Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick. Today we have set number 60148, ATV Race Team. Contains 239 pieces and was released in 2017 for a retail price of $19.99. In addition to the main truck build, which takes up most of the pieces in the set, you get two ATVs. They're built identically. They both have the same design, but they're just in different colors, and they have a different sticker on the front. This one's number 5, this one's number 7, and I think that having the different unique color schemes works pretty well, and I like the graphic design of these stickers. I think that it's just pretty cool looking, it's interesting. They are relatively standard ATV builds, but they move around pretty nicely, they roll well, and they're fun for kids, I would imagine, especially having two so you can race them both. And I think that it is nice that they included two. I don't think they needed to. I think they could easily have charged the same price for, get rid of this ATV, because she's the one who's really meant to be driving the ATV in the set. You need someone to drive the truck. So I think they could have gotten rid of this, and it would have been still good, but I do appreciate that they have both, especially with the matching stickers. I think that, having two with matching stickers works pretty well for play. The majority of this build is the truck and trailer, and I think that this pickup truck actually looks really, really, really good. I think it's probably the best looking city pickup truck that I have seen from LEGO, period. It just looks really, really good, I think. I mean, we'll remove the trailer. It's attached on just a ball hitch, and just take a look at a truck for a second. I think that the colors and the lines that they've got going on here just work really well. They've got the black that covers the top. The sticker does a good job of finishing that white line across, and just overall looks pretty good. There are some gaps, like right there. There's a little gap, but it looks like it's just black and blends in there. It would have been really nice to see that filled in with gray. You've got the little slider plates, those things that have the lip. They stick out there to kind of give you the illusion of a little step up. You do have the back section, which has an arch brick over the wheel. I can see people complaining that it does get a little wide in the back, and that seems a little bit weird, but that is necessary to fit in the ATVs. I like how they tile this back off really nicely with the tan. You'll notice the wheels do kind of stick up over the tiling, though. But you can just roll this up. Yes, that's kind of a ridiculous angle, but it works for play, and I think that that's good. These also do stick up a little, so you can make that complaint as well. But I think that, overall, it looks really good, and it works well. It can fit an ATV right in there. You got the front here, which does have a license plate, which you could move that sticker down a little bit if you wanted to, I guess. That would probably maybe work a little bit better just from higher angles, but, from the front, it still looks good. And that's just a sticker placement thing on me. I like this sticker on the front hood as well. I think that looks nice. The front profile looks pretty good, especially with the lights up here. You'll notice that it uses a 3x6 windshield, and it's actually got a little bit of an overhang. I think that looks good and gives us a little bit more character. And I like the lights on the top, the light bar. It's got the mirrors that you can angle in and out, and I particularly like just the back section here. It's got a little red stripe, which maybe could be a different color, but I don't mind it. I think it kind of works with the color scheme, just having a little bit of extra splash of color. But I really like how they have the back window for the cab section. I don't know. I like that a lot. And it's a different shape, so it allows you to then cover it with black from the sides. But you can just easily remove this, which says Sport on it. I like that little sticker. And inside it's just got a little standard steering wheel. Nothing super special, but you can take a minifigure. This guy is meant to be the driver because he's just wearing a sweatshirt. I guess the other character's wearing a sweatshirt, but it looks like a racing sweatshirt. And you can, take off his helmet and just stick him sitting right down inside, and he fits in pretty well. And you can put this on, And the other interesting thing to point out here is that this is only attached with 2 studs, and they use one of these 2x2 like hinge plates, and they just use that so that the little lip sticks out, and allows you to be able to push down on the back of this, and it'll just rest on top of that. I think that's cool. I like it quite a bit. This pickup truck, got pretty high marks from me. The trailer is relatively simple, but I think it works pretty well in scale, and I like that they didn't go super oversized with it, and I like that they didn't try and put 2 ATVs there. You do have one little clip up on front, which you can use to attach the little wrench that they give one of the minifigures. It's got this little gas tank, which I like the color scheme on there. It's got the octane colors. It has a little 1x2 plate with the 90-degree bar, and you can use that to rest a spare tire that they include. That's one of the ATV tires, not for the car, but I think that's cool. I like these wheels just because they're a little bit less common. It's nice that the trailer has some different wheels. They do give you one of these like Exoforce claw robot hand things, and you can turn that down and use that as just a kickstand when this is by itself, not attached to the truck. And then you notice you have these 2 flags, which can be used as a little ramp to get the ATV up there. And you can just flip them up. It actually does a decent job of staying on there when it's not turned up, but when you turn it up, it locks it in place. That's not going anywhere. And you'll notice you also have these tiles in the center of the trailer, and that just prevents it from sliding off sideways because it's in between the wheels. And on the bottom, it does have slider plates, so if you do if you don't put this down and you just leave this around, it will it'll be able to turn side to side, and it won't get stuck on stuff. But I think the trailer works well, and when you pull a truck in and just attach it to the ball joint, it can turn like a trailer should, and I think it all works pretty well, and don't have any real complaints about just the trailer mechanism. The trailer is a little bit it's not as useful as the truck. Like, you could use the truck in any sort of context. It's just a pickup truck. The trailer is obviously kind of ATV specific because it's designed specifically to fit one of them. But, I think it looks good with the truck. So we have 2 minifigures in the set. We've got this guy who is supposed to be the truck driver, but an extra helmet is included, so he can also ride an ATV, which is cool. But by default, he's got this red baseball cap, and then she's the ATV driver. She's got the helmet in black. You could, give her the red helmet if you want. It kind of fits her torso a little better. But she does also have a hairpiece included, so she can be either. With the hairpiece, she looks like one of the crooks from, I think it was Swamp Police, that they used this combination of parts to make a female crook. But their torsos are both pretty nice. They're both kind of relatively standard sweatshirts. This was first used in Jurassic World with flesh hands for Zach, I think is his name. I like this torso a lot. It's got a good sweatshirt design. His face print is a standard city face, nothing super special about that. And her face is relatively common as well. But her torso is actually very uncommon. It only appears in a total of 2 sets. It was introduced in 2017, so it's relatively uncommon, and neither of them have alternate faces, as you can see, but it's got the 8 on the back, and he's got the back print for his torso. I do find her torso a little bit weird, just because neither of the ATVs have an 8 on them. There's a 7, and there's a 5, but neither of them has an 8, so maybe it could have used a different number on one of the ATVs. But the torso appears in this set in the bus station, which again makes me a little bit more confused because the bus station is just used as a civilian torso, not for racing or anything. So I don't know. The choice of the number 8 is just a little weird to me, but I do think it's still a cool looking torso regardless, and you could use it for any other just city standard civilian fig. But and their legs are obviously just plain colors. So I think they're both good, but they're nothing exceptional. I did want to take a quick second to mention the instructions. We have one instruction booklet which is used to build both the ATVs, and then we have this other instruction booklet which is used to build the truck and the tractor. For some reason it shows an ATV on there, which is kind of an error, but I usually don't look at the instructions, but I did want to point out this error that I noticed. If you look, it tells you to put those two parts together, which you do on the previous page for, the trailer. It just tells you to do that again, except it's not the right tire. That's not what you're doing, because there's only two of these and you already did that on the last page. Yeah, that is definitely an error there, but wanted to point it out just because, I noticed it. But overall, I think that this set is still a really well designed city set. I think that this pickup truck is probably one of the best Lego minifigure scale pickup trucks that I've seen. I think that they did a great job with it, and it's just well built. The ATVs, they're kind of gimmicky, and it's just another ATV. Nothing super special about them, but kids seem to like them, and I guess it adds some more play value there. I could have done with just that, I think that would have been a good set. Maybe reduce the price to $10. Maybe you'd have to get rid of the ATV for it to be $10. Maybe a $12 set. Just this. I think that would have been cool. But including the extra ATV adds a little play value, and I missed the thing. But anyway, I think that the pickup truck is cool, and I would recommend it. It would be better on sale, I think. $20 for just the pickup truck, is a little pricey. And ATVs are kind of forgettable, but, for a kid, I think they'll enjoy the ATVs, and I think that has some value there. But, if you see this for a good price, this is a really cool pickup truck, and I would recommend it. The minifigures are also pretty nice for what they are, and they give you some good, useful parts. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.